work. We continue to believe. We continue to believe. We continue to do it our way. And tonight was an opportunity where we were rewarded with some of the chances that we scored. So just really happy for everybody involved in the whole organization.
Hey, BJ. Obviously the 2 goals were huge. You've been kind of struggling trying to get the ball in the back of the net. But how important was it to keep a clean sheet? Almost as important, would you say?
Yeah, we challenged the group this week to be hard to play against. And I think when you're hard to play against, it starts in the boxes. And so are you causing stress in their penalty box? And are you able to defend with everything you have in your own penalty box? And, with that, we're just as happy with a shutout, the clean sheet. I thought we defended the penalty box really well from a team that was putting a lot of crosses in as their form of attack. And you're right, it feels good to hit the back of the net. And I was just really proud of the way the group again comes out right in the beginning in a really difficult place to play. And has the first ball right off the post, another ball that Teal gets saved, we get the goal, and then I think it's a really professional performance. And then we had a couple of chances there and able to get the second one, which I think made us a little bit more comfortable.
We've seen you create a good bit in the last 2-3 games. Was it just more of the same going forward, or was something different tonight?
Well, I think tonight you saw a little bit of some tactical change, a little bit of what we did. Versus, we'd shown that a little bit in Austin, and then I think it's just an opportunity again to give guys opportunities and try to put them in the best situations. I think the way we try to attack the penalty box is always the same in the philosophy of where we want to get numbers, where we want to get runners. I think defensively we moved it back a little bit tactically. I think that helped protect the space behind. It obviously helped us protect the entries into our own penalty box. But I still, it's still a team that I thought played aggressive, offensive transition with speed and numbers, and made the opponent uncomfortable for periods of that game.
Usually, Nashville has been close to scoring. Honestly, it hasn't been like that way in previous games, but tonight 2 goals. But I'm going more into the terms of tactically how you saw the team. It looks physically. We were talking about in the press box that physically the team looked really good even until the last minute of the game, which was something that maybe was missing from Nashville. Was that your take about it?
For me, I'm really proud of the guys and the way they compete, and I'd say this, week in and week out, the way they compete every day. We're fortunate to get to play on Saturdays and Wednesdays, but these guys are here, grinding, and the trainings are intense. They're competing for positions, and yeah, I think you saw a team that was committed to each other. And and something that we preach is if they're all doing the work for one another, it becomes easier. If it's individually, you expend more energy. And I thought tonight was a real collective performance. We're rewarded with the result, but also I think by the how strong the team looks at the end, even after 99 minutes.
In the middle of the field, it looked like Nashville tonight pretty much dominated ball and control and tempo. Was that something that you were actually looking for? The tactical switch that you're talking about made that happen, but it was something that didn't work before?
No, I think we were intentional with trying to obviously deny passes, deny balls in the middle of the field, and if they do get it in the middle of the field, be aggressive. And I thought the performances of Annabelle, Brian, and Lunga, Hani doing dirty work, dirty running and coming back, Walker and Jack, and it started with Teal and Sam. So when we look right down the middle of sort of 6 or 7 players, I thought there was a real cohesiveness to them. They made it difficult to play and made it really predictable to be on the outsides. And then that leads us to us working on and continuing to stress defending the penalty box in a better way. And so I thought it was a really good performance through the middle of the field, in denying them a lot of chances.
Yeah, BJ. First of all, just congrats on getting your first win with Nashville. You kind of touched a little bit on it already, but it just felt like that was a pretty complete performance, just in terms of pressing, chance creation, kind of all 11 players defending. Do you feel like that is kind of a snippet of just how you want this team to play, and maybe kind of a look at what we can expect going forward?
Yeah, I think, from the beginning, we've talked about being an aggressive team, but in a controlled way. And at the same, and I thought that's what what we saw tonight was a real collective performance that had a team that was still finding moments to be aggressive, finding moments to press, but did it in a compact way that limited, I think, the opponent in space. And so, yeah, I mean, I think that's when we talk about building good performances on this group and stacking good performances, when we talk about good, it's more like complete, not just creating a lot of goal scoring chances and giving up goal scoring chances. It's doing one and denying the other. And I thought tonight was a really positive step forward as we continue to try to get better and more consistent.
Yeah, and then I know you rightfully so just want to kind of keep it about the collective, but I wanted to ask about Hani and just his performance especially. It felt like that was the type of performance we haven't seen from him in a while, and especially kind of the defensive work he did was something that we haven't really seen from him a ton. Just how pleased were you with what you saw from him?
I thought Hani played an excellent game, and it shows his character, the type of individual that he is, a guy who is willing to do what's necessary for the team, and then he gets rewarded for that. But we've been preaching from the beginning that everyone's going to attack and everyone's going to defend, and that was his performance tonight was a individual highlight of that sort of mantra that we have. And I was really proud, and I think you see the way he gets goal scoring chances is by helping with others, contributing and helping in many different ways.
Yeah, BJ, this win tonight is the first for Nashville SC in nearly 3 months. So, and the first for you here, obviously, I guess, how do you manage maybe a little bit of different momentum or feel coming off a win for the first time in so long, just going into Wednesday again?
You just got cut out. Yeah, I mean, listen, we're a group that's never going to get too high and never get too low. We believe in the work that we do, the way we turn it over. The best thing about tonight is that we'll enjoy it while we're in the air. And when we land, we're right into focusing on Chicago. And that's the beauty of it. It gets turned around real quick. So, we're all obviously happy and thanks for reminding us how long it's been. But, again, we continue to be a close-knit group that is really, that's really passionate and believing in what we're doing, the work that we're doing. We were rewarded tonight, but it's only, it's only as good as what the next performance that we can put in versus Chicago on Wednesday. Okay, thanks. If Jacob still needs something, just send it through to MG and I can help out if he has another question.
Will do. Thank you for all those kind words, but very, very pleased with the way the group played tonight. Obviously, it's been a while since we got 3 points. So being able to go on the road and put a performance in like that, I'm very pleased with the 3 points. It's important this time of the season, but I think more importantly than that was the way we went out tonight and how we performed, how we stuck together. We had a game plan, and from the guys who started the game, guys who came in, even guys who maybe didn't play, everybody was pumping each other up and motivating one another. And I think that's so important this time of the season. So very pleased with the way our group played tonight.
Teal, I know you're a team guy and you were talking about the team, but today you had an incredible assist with the back heel. Can you just walk us through that a little bit?
Hani started that. I know he's always looking for me to make runs, Sam and myself to try to get him behind, try to make a run for him, played me the ball. And I knew he was going to, the weight of the ball was, a little bit slower. If he played it a little harder, maybe I was going to turn and try to shoot. But he was screaming for that ball back. And it's my job there to try to hold it up, try to put it in a good position for him to do what he does, and get him on the score sheet. So I was really pleased with him burying that.
And in terms of, you mentioned Tony and Sam and as well as Alex, it just seemed like today there was a lot of fluidity between that front line. And we saw you go in the middle, go on the right, go on the left. what is this instruction? Is this just something that's happening in the game that's triggering that, or?
I mean, I think we have structure, but I think also that we were trying to be selfless tonight. And if that meant, a center forward, getting back and kind of getting into a wide position and almost, in a 4-4-1-1, then we were going to do that. I think everybody had that mentality of, let's be dynamic. Let's make it difficult for Atlanta to try to track where we're going, where we're going to end up. If we're checking to the ball, if I make a run, or if Hani makes a run out of the middle, okay, maybe I got to drop for him and get in that 10 position. If Alex makes a run, okay, maybe Sam has to come out wide now. So I think we were just working for one another. And I'm really pleased with the shutout. Joe back there, he deserves it. All of the back line, Shaq, Walker, Jack, Dan, they were grinding all game long. And we didn't really give Atlanta a clear-cut chance. It was a lot of half chances, so I'm pleased with that.
You've been with the MLS for a while, and even with Nashville. And I don't remember myself being you in a system where you have to come down so much back to the back.
Yeah.
Is this how much is this new for you even? Even at the time you're being with different coaches and stuff.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about it?
I mean, personally, my game, I think I've kind of played that way where I'll do whatever it takes to get a win. If that means, I'm going to come back and have to defend a lot, I'm going to do that. So for me, it's something that if a coach is going to ask us to do that, then I think everybody's going to have to do that, myself included. Obviously, as a forward, I want to be as close to the goal as possible. But, there's going to be moments and times where I got to track back and I got to get back and help other guys out.
I asked the coach that, you guys have been close to scoring in other games, for sure. You're playing very good 25 first minutes of the first half before, and then things happen, and it happened, But this one, you started the same way and actually scored.
Yeah.
What was so much different about when that happened?
I mean, maybe a little bit of relief. There's been games where we started strong and haven't scored, and it's cost us. And I think tonight that Alex just being in the right place at the right time and finishing that. He works so hard for the group. He's everywhere, covers up so much ground, but he's also so technical. He knows what spots to get in. So that really propelled us tonight. That first goal, and us not backing down after we got that goal. We were still pressing, and I think that's going to be a key for us these last 6 games of the season.
Hey,
Hey, Ben, sorry.
No, you're good. BJ talked about this a little bit. You've kind of touched on it too. Just kind of the overall complete performance, not just offensively, but all 11 players defending, pressing really well, everybody kind of tracking back. Do you guys feel like this is kind of what you've been working on for the last 4 or 5 weeks under BJ, and this is kind of the first time that you've put together kind of the complete performance over 90 minutes?
Yeah, I think you can kind of consolidate it into that. I think the work that we've done in training, and even the past few games, I feel like there have been moments that we've looked good, that we've tried, what BJ's kind of philosophy has been, and I think tonight, I would say it maybe wasn't the entire 90 minutes. I think there were some spells where Atlanta, towards the end, they were kind of, obviously going to have some chances. They're going to have to push forward. We were kind of dropping a little bit deeper than maybe we wanted to. But I think most definitely this was probably one of our best performances of the year, and definitely since BJ's been here.
I know there's more that goes into it than just kind of feeling like the ball hasn't been bouncing your way. But in some ways, it kind of does feel like going forward, the ball just hasn't been bouncing your way, and you guys have created chances and everything. You mentioned kind of just feeling a little bit of relief, but do you feel like a type of performance like this, where you finally score a couple goals, can kind of, I don't know, kickstart some things down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, we hope so, and we're gonna get recovered, and have a regen session tomorrow, and then prepare for Chicago. So it's not like we can get too. Obviously, we're excited, we're happy to get 3 points, but we gotta kind of have a short memory with it, learn some things, take some things out of this game, and then get ready, because we're still pretty low on the table, and in order to make playoffs, we need to continue to get results. So Chicago's going to be our focus. We're going to enjoy this tonight, and then tomorrow when we get into the facility, we get recovered, everybody gets kind of locked in again, and hope to have the same performance on Wednesday.
Yeah, Teal, Ben's mentioned just now, kind of the chances you guys have had recently, tons of penalty box touches, nice combination play, but no results up until really tonight. I guess, what does it take to maintain confidence in what you're doing and in the system that, BJ has you guys playing? Just when you're getting these chances but the goals aren't coming, what does it take to maintain to keep that level?
I think it's that mental fortitude. It's having each other's backs. It could get frustrating. There can be ups and downs of the season, but for us, it's just sticking with it. And I know that might, sometimes it's easier, and it can be challenging, it can be difficult. But for this, we're really close, and we've had each other's backs. We haven't backed down when things maybe haven't gone our way. So I'm really pleased and happy about that. We got to keep it going now. We can't sit here and be happy and think that the season's over now because we got to win. We're still chasing it, so we got to keep going.
Yeah, and on your assist to Hani, that was, I think, his first goal from open play in nearly 5 months, and he just seemed to be all over the place on Saturday, kind of covering a ton of ground on the field. I guess, what do you think he can take from this game? Is there any extra confidence he can take just from having maybe ended a drought of his?
Hani always has confidence. I don't think he needs any. I'm glad he scored. He's becoming a motivator, and he's in that 10 position. Now where maybe previously he was a little bit closer to goal, but tonight he had an amazing game, and obviously we're going to need him. He's a key part of this group, and you got a goal tonight.
For Wednesday's match. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.